Welcome to my channel Living Linux. In this video I will show you how I upgraded the Debian image for the VisionFive 2. So here you can see Debian Trixie. We're on kernel 6.12.5 from StarFive, and from the PowerVR chip you can see that we are on the VisionFive 2. Now, a couple of days ago they released a new image, and well, when they released the VisionFive 2, there were two versions. The 1.2, that's the one that I have, because I wanted to get my hands on it as quickly as possible, but probably most people have version 1.3 of the single board computer. And the people with version 1.3, then probably you can just download the image and you're good to go. But unfortunately that image doesn't work for me, so I had to go through the manual upgrade. And well, there's a lot of new things, as you can read here. So they released the VisionFive 2 Lite, and I didn't buy it because I already have the original VisionFive 2, so there was not much point for me to buy the Lite version. And they say that Firefox ESR has GPU hardware acceleration. Well, I wasn't able to get that tested properly, so that's something that I have to look at in a later video. This forum is quite slow with Firefox on my image. I'm not 100% sure if I did the upgrade 100% correct. I mean, it is working, but I had to make some small changes in the procedure. So again, I'm not really sure if my performance is similar to if you can run directly from the image that they released. So you can see that I had some issues with the image. People try to come up with suggestions, and here you can see that loading the website is not really fast with my installation. So well, anyway, they released the image on GitHub. So that's the image, and if you want to do the manual upgrade, then you need to run this script. So you can download it and then execute it, and then follow the procedure from this picture. And there are also some additional packages that you can install with this script. I think LibreOffice is one of them. So let's see if this one is already a bit further. So I'll just close this one. Yeah, the good part is that we have a newer version of Firefox. So now we're on Firefox 133. This was my first attempt at the manual upgrade, and then I forgot one thing. So when you go through the manual upgrade procedure, then yeah, what I noticed is that you have to keep this version, and all the other scripts and config files you can choose to let it be overwritten with the version from the repository. And I had to run the distribution upgrade with allow-downgrades, and then it ran a lot smoother. There was also the suggestion to change the D to B, but that didn't make a difference for me, unfortunately. So yeah, I hope StarFive will release an image that will also work on my board, but I'm not holding my breath for that one. So let's close this one. Yeah, usually I test WebGL Aquarium, and although this is the regular Firefox, and that might not have the full hardware acceleration, but with Firefox ESR, WebGL Aquarium doesn't run at all, so yeah. So here we're running at around 12 frames per second, so if we go like full screen, then well, it's even less. So, but again, I'm not really sure if I went through the upgrade procedure correctly. So let's see. So like I said, you start with this script, and you also get some questions along the way. Yeah, this is just one thing. The original VisionFive 2 doesn't have a Wi-Fi chip, and I think the Lite version does have a Wi-Fi chip. So if you see like these messages, possible missing firmware for Wi-Fi, then yeah, that's sort of expected because there is no Wi-Fi chip on the original one. And I think that this is what happens at the end of the script. And yeah, so depending on where you have your installation, microSD, eMMC, NVMe, choose the correct one. I only tested on microSD. I saw that someone mentioned, might have been on Blue Sky, that he has had an issue running the upgrade script from NVMe. Yeah, in my case, when it asks to what it should do with the U-boot configuration file, I chose no, so that means keep your currently installed version. I also tried with yes, and then I wasn't able to boot, so that's why. So let's have a look at the second part of the upgrade. And well, let's just so when I executed this script, I rebooted, and then I continued with this procedure. So you see that you need to make some changes to some files. So here they only show the contents, and you can do sudo nano. Nano is a text editor for the command line. And then adds apt sources.list, and then it has to match what it says here. So you can see here that we're changing to Trixie. And then the same goes here, sudo nano adds apt sources.list StarFive sid list. And then you also have to make sure that it matches what it says here. Then probably the Trixie part, that's what you need to change. And the priority, I think that file doesn't exist, but you can do just sudo nano and then add apt preferences.d sfdebian.pref, and then it will create it. And then you have to type it exactly what it says here. And this is also where I had a small change to the instructions here. So you can do sudo update, and it will tell you almost like 1000 packages can be upgraded. So here they say sudo apt upgrade, but I had to do sudo apt dist-upgrade, and then with the allow-downgrades. And yeah, you can, I already showed you that in the forum, and I will put the links in the description of this video. This will take a long time, and you also get some questions here and there, and there were also a couple of things. Yep. So let's just see. Yeah, this might be already with the first script, but here you can see that I let it overwrite with the version from the repository. So the post login, daemon-conf. Yeah, you get a question about your keyboard. So unfortunately, it's not just fire and forget. There are some moments that you need to answer some questions. So yeah, this does take a long time, more than an hour. So do check on the progress and see if you need to answer any of the questions. Now, this might be that because of the downgrades, that you have to break some, let's just say, circular dependencies, and then you get some remarks, let's put it like that. I don't think this is like really fatal or anything. I mean, otherwise I wouldn't be able to boot. Yeah, this is that they have like what I call some inconsistent versioning. And here it's not really a problem because 23.3.6 no, well, actually, yeah, you do see here that because they, looks like in the past they used SF123, SF probably StarFive, and now they're just using SF1, and then the package manager thinks it's a downgrade, and probably it's not necessarily a downgrade, but they changed their version string. So there were some more instances like that. Yeah, this one was a little bit weird. but it's just a warning, so perhaps it's just something benign. And also some other warnings like directory is not empty. So I'm just wondering, like, why does it expect that it should be empty or not? I don't know. So yeah, that perhaps could have an impact on the upgrade process. I'm not really sure. Yeah, here you can see that I chose to have these scripts or configurations be overwritten. And then you can see that we go to a new kernel. And I guess we're at the end of all the screenshots that I made. So yeah, I hope for you that you have the version 1.3 or the VisionFive 2 Lite, and that you don't need to go through the manual upgrade, because like I said, it took more than an hour. And you also need to keep an eye on it because you get these questions that you need to answer, and otherwise it will just wait until it gets a response. So now, is there anything fun that you can do? Well, I installed Beneath a Steel Sky. You can run it with the scum VM. So just do a sudo apt install Beneath a Steel Sky with dashes instead of space. So yeah, this game is from a time that we didn't have 1080p. So you can see that the resolution is a lot lower. So let's get to the game. So when you press escape, then you get to the game. It's a classic point and click adventure. So with F5 you get this menu, and then you can also quit the game. So yeah, I'm not sure if I get a response from StarFive. If yeah, I do have to make any changes to the upgrade process, or if they are going to release an image that will also work on the version 1.2 of the VisionFive 2. Yeah, the good part is that we have newer packages. We are on Debian Trixie, but yeah, I don't have the feeling that everything is working as it is supposed to. But again, perhaps I missed a step in the manual upgrade process, so we'll have to see about that. But anyway, if you also have a version 1.2 like I have, then you can try to do the manual upgrade. And otherwise, yeah, perhaps wait until we get a newer image. So this is all for now, and I hope to see you again in my next video.